Cancel.
Schweezy.
Do you have problems? Well, not anymore, because I'm about to solve all of them, because your problems are rough.
That's rough, buddy.
And I'm here to solve all of them. It's time for Ask Schweezy. The week I give you, you ask me, or you have relationship problems, and I'm here to solve them. Let me get my hair looking good. Looks like it's already fallen down. And yeah, let's get into it. I have a lot of fun chats today. Let's go to the first one. Why does it calm me knowing my ex still thinks about me?
Be gone, fuck!
Knowing my ex is mad / is still thinking about me weirdly satisfies me and calms my anxiety. I recently found out he blocked me on social media and we haven't even talked in months. Why does this make me feel calm? I've also been so anxious these past months, and knowing he thinks about me just made me at peace. Is there something psychologically wrong with me? We ended in bad terms, so is this a natural feeling? I wish him the best in everything, though. Sounds like you won the relationship. You won the breakup. Usually there is a breakup, and usually a lot of times one person necessarily is the winner. Even when they're like mutual, I feel like there usually is a winner to a breakup. I been on both sides, folks. But I can tell you, I think there's like a satisfaction knowing you're wanted. I want to say that you have that feeling, like you know you're wanted, and so it's just very satisfying knowing that. And you know that he's mad at you, and because I think there's thoughts that you're living rent free in his head, and that is a nice thing. It is. I have to agree with you. I think I've been on that side where you have an ex and they still think about you, and knowing that shit. It's just nice, I think it's just nice to be liked. I think there's just something like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being liked. I've done that way too long now. I just do not give a shit what people care about me.
This is the type of guy you get.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the main thing I would have to say. It's just satisfying. One, like, you're winning. You're doing good, and that annoys them. I think, and there's something about your haters. We know one, here, this kid's father.
What'd you say? He too did fucked up.
Being a hater, when people hate you because you're doing good, it's really nice. I think it's just a nice feeling to know that you are wanted, and it makes someone mad that you're doing so good. So it looks like you're doing good, and I think that's what should make you happy. Chase that feeling, but don't be an asshole, okay? Don't be a bitch about it. I
identify as a fucking threat.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna have to say in regards to that. Yeah, so just enjoy that winning feeling. You are the champion, my friends, and you'll keep on fighting till the end. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I told my best friend that I have feelings for her, and now she's upset with me.
I like that. That's rough, buddy.
I did not mean to put the I like that by Garth Brooks.
That's rough, buddy.
Okay, so the other day I kind of hinted to my best friend that I had feelings for her beyond just our normal friendship. Unfortunately, I hinted a little too hard, and she more or less managed to figure it out for herself before I planned on actually telling her, if ever at all. Thinking it best if I was upfront about it, I confirmed her suspicion. She walked away without saying anything more to me. Later, she texted me explaining that while she didn't want to end our friendship, she felt uncomfortable knowing that I had feelings for her and wanted to distance herself from me for a while. I apologized and told her that I understood and felt she was right. Obviously, I'm going to wait for her to talk to me first, but if and when she does, is there anything more for me to say? I have no issue with moving on with my feelings and going back to normal, but I'm not so sure about her. She's very important to me as a friend, pretty much been my main source of support and advice since I met her. I don't really know what to do if she breaks off our friendship now. Any advice on what to say or do would be appreciated. So, first of all, we're going to go with this.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And
That's rough, buddy.
so yeah, looks like you didn't read the room very well. Like I've been saying on the show for a while now, if you have feelings for a woman, she would prefer that you die with your feelings than you admitting to it and then her not feeling the same way. She would prefer you just die with the feeling, which for men, it just eats you up inside. And actually, no, it looks like you're both women. So, well, I know for me, for men, it just eats you up inside. Like a feeling for someone, and it's hard. But then for women, they're like, just die with the feeling.
That's rough, buddy.
So that's the thing. Looks like you fucking played yourself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So, I guess you're gonna have to distance yourself for a while, and then just go back. And eventually, if you stay friends, you do that. You just don't bring it up. Let it be awkward. One thing I would suggest though is maybe treating it like, hey, now I'm no longer into you, so let's just be friends, and that's all we'll be. And then eventually she might get jealous, and then we start talking to other people. Maybe she'll get a little jealous because she knows she had you first, but now she can't have you, and that's going to make her a little jealous. And for some reason, that's how women work. I realize with me, though, like, there's a thing, though, like, this is a man-woman relationship. We're going to go with that when you, like, for men, it's like sometimes not showing interest in a woman makes her interested in you. I've done that, and I'm pretty sure she has still never. She's like, yeah, I can live with not being interested in you still, and I like that. Nothing wrong with that. I just think it's funny how it works in my life. Regardless to say, though, yeah, so just take some time, and then be like, you know what? Yep, I don't like you. Just be like, look, I've thought it over, and I don't like you anymore, so let's just be friends. And then you stay friends, and maybe she'll learn to like you, and then you could tell her, I'm like, maybe I'm into someone else, but maybe I'll keep you around, and maybe things will work out from there. So sometimes you just got to play the game. Gotta play the game. I'm going to do a lot of Queen stuff today. But, yeah, this is why I do, what'd you say, you're 24, 21. I think this is why I like dating older women, because there's less games to play. Shit like that, like when younger women are just like, okay, let's play games. Do we like each other? Let's just tiptoe across our feelings and move on from there. That's probably why I date women a little bit older. I'm not saying I'm dating MILFs or anything, folks. I'm just saying like a couple years older than me. Because if I'm not into playing games, I assume someone like 3 to 4 years older than me is not into playing games either. That's
This is the type of guy you get.
So yeah, y'all know what the fuck's going on. Y'all know what's going on with me. Let's move on to our next one. I met a girl 2 years ago. All right, I should read the rest of it. Things were going great till she started playing too many games a few months ago. Should I start playing it as well? This girl was doing a year abroad in my city, and we met through mutual friends. We immediately hit it off and had a few fun nights, but soon after she went back to finish university. Less than a year ago, she calls me quite tipsy and tells me she misses me and hasn't been able to stop thinking about me, about the time we spent together. The relationship started to develop. We were constantly texting and had some fun dates over FaceTime. She kept saying how great it would be if I went to visit her. A few months ago, she started to play the hot and cold game, where she would act super busy and disinterested or for a few days. Then the next day, she would be super into me. I booked a ticket to London, where she lives, for work reasons and to see her also. When I told her I was visiting, she responded with, cool, with a very cold attitude. I have tried to confront her about her not putting enough effort to make the relationship work, but she always tries to brush it off and acts like I'm the one making a big deal of things. The mental games she plays are really annoying, and I don't know whether to end it or start playing the same game she's playing. Act weird, distant, then go back to being nice. Any advice on what I should do now? I'm into her and trying to not to fuck things up. So this is gonna lead to a fight inevitably, but here's what I would do. When I hear you say playing games, like play the game with her, this is the idea of like when she gets cold, you try to like technically warm her back up and to being nice to you again, and shit like that. I think like that's the idea of following her lead. Like she's cool, she wants you to give you more attention and shit like that. She just wanted to be validated and all that shit. What I would say in regards to that then, so say she's like, she's like, you're saying like, hey, I'm going to actually spend all this money and fly to London to see you. And her reaction is cool. I would respond with, I'd just be an ass back to her. Be like, yeah, maybe if I'm available, I'll be able to see you. I don't know. Shit like that. I'd just be like a dick. And then every time she's being cold, just be cold back to her. It's like, I don't know. I'm not that into you. It's like, yeah, I'm probably not that into you either. That makes me not interested in you either. I think you just kind of like go back and forth with her. And then she's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, you're playing games. You need to stop this. We got to act like fucking adults because that's what fucking adults do. We talk about our problems and we talk about our feelings. So if you want to play this game, I will be a dick back to you because I don't need you. I'm fine exactly how I am. And that's the thing though. Do not be a fucking
simp
for her. I haven't got to use that properly in a while. Do not be a fucking
simp.
You got to let her know that you're not into this shit. And that's what I say. If I don't play a game, I'm just like, all right, I'm not going to play this game and do that. So if you don't want to see me, I'm not going to see you. And then eventually she'll be like, I don't want to see you. Okay, I'm like, all right, then why don't you say that with your fucking words? We're fucking adults. I'm not like talking to like a 3-year-old who doesn't know language. Like, don't be angry. Use your words. Use your words. Come on. Use your words. You gotta tell. I'm like, don't. So, or, and if it doesn't work out, like I'll say, date a woman like a couple years older than you. They'll stop with the games very quickly. I think it's just younger women. Because I have whole lives ahead of them, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm sounding like super misogynistic. So, I should probably like stop that. That's not what I'm meaning. It's just kind of, it's more or less on my mind of having a more mature dating someone who's more mature. Now, maybe saying like older is not my opinion. Like a little bit older is just a nicer way to get like I'd like to date a more mature person, not like a very immature adult. I would like to date a mature adult, which like, oh, she could be 22 and a mature adult. That's not like out of the question. So I probably sound misogynistic. So that's what I'm trying to get at when I say that. So that's all I have to say there. Let's move on to the next one. I am having a hard time accepting my girlfriend's new tattoos. Okay. Me and my girlfriend have been in a relationship for about 7 months now, while recently becoming an official couple since a couple months ago. Leading up to that point, we were more of a casual thing. So you could say there's now a level of commitment, which was quite scary for the both of us, especially me, since I knew she has a liking for piercings and tattoos, and the thought of her getting an amount I don't find attractive might end the relationship, as I would ideally like to be attracted to my partner. She has been getting tattoos here and there every so often, and overall, I don't really mind them, but over time, the amount is starting to decrease my attraction of her. She has 7 overall at varying sizes. Now, here's what I'm not sure about. I can't tell whether or not tattoos are a deal breaker for me. I think I can just about accept the one she has so far, but I'm pretty certain if she were to continue getting more, my attraction would go away to the point where we would have to end things. I really care for her, so I have been trying my hardest to accept them and constantly keep communication open about them. She has also been very respectful of my opinion on them, and she always asks for my advice when getting them. I'm just terrified that I may have to break up with her if she continues getting more, and even though me not liking tattoos are my preference, it still makes me feel guilty that she could be with someone else who loves tattoos. It feels like I'm holding her back in a way. Just curious what you guys would do in this situation. Any comments are greatly appreciated. So, sounds like tattoos are a deal breaker for. Now, there's like deal breakers for people, but then there's like the deal breakers that you're okay with. Deal breakers that you can go a little bit far away with. Like, I know a lot of guys who are like, I do not like fat women. They're like, I do not want to date a fat woman. which, I mean, that's like a preference, but at the same time, first of all, you got to look at you. Look, I typically go with the rule that if she has abs, she's probably going to go with someone who has abs. That's just, workout abs, go with workout abs type men and women. That's just, that's the way it is. Yeah, that's a thing there you need to realize. But also, it sounds like, so say you're not into fat women, but also, like, you look like me or Micah.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
Basically, you're like, okay, she has a couple pounds. You got to deal with it. And also, I don't want to say I don't want like a fitness model to date either. I'm like just ruining myself today. But yeah, it sounds like you don't like tattoos. Now, this is a very superficial thing that you don't like. You don't like her tattoos, and that's like an appearance thing for you. Now, a big appearance thing for me would be body hair. Like, we're gonna go leg hair and armpit hair. That's where we'll go. That's where I'll go. The bush that we all think about can be discussed, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I prefer a woman with no armpit hair and no leg hair. That's just
This is the type of guy you get.
if you'd like to say that. What I will say in continuing this, yeah, she's like, I'm gonna grow out my armpit hair. I'm like, yeah, maybe you can go find someone else, because that is fucking disgusting. And now it doesn't sound like you like tattoos, so it sounds like on the superficial looks level, you're not liking her that much. And if she wants to get more it's her body, so you can't really control that shit. Unless you get her pregnant, then you can control your semen getting inside her. But also, she gets to decide she wants to keep it. What the hell am I trying to say, folks? Trying to say is, if her getting tattoos is going to be a deal breaker for you, and it like makes you not like her as much, maybe it's not going to work out for you. There's a lot of guys out there who like tattoos. I like a girl with tattoos. I think it's cool. She looks badass and like looks like she's gonna like. I like a woman who's, you like a woman who's like a little bit scary. You're like, scary, not crazy. Like, ooh, she's gonna. I think I'm talking about like goth chicks right now. But anyways, though, I think what I'm gonna have to say for you there is, it sounds like you're probably not gonna like her tattoos for much longer, and
That's rough, buddy.
so I don't imagine that working out for you. So, tell her,
Be gone, fuck!
when the appropriate amount of time comes. So, that's the way it is. Like, my hair is like falling down right in the third segment. Isn't that crazy? Okay, next one. I had a one-night stand with a guy and later found out he has a long-term girlfriend. Should I tell her? A few weeks ago, I was at a bar with some friends, and this really handsome, charming guy approached me and brought me a drink. I think he bought me a drink. We were chatting, and then he suddenly kissed me, and we exchanged numbers. Hope it was consensual. Later that night, I was at home, and he texted me asking if I wanted to meet up. I did, gave him my address, and he came over. We had a drink, and then we had sex. He surprised me when I asked him to use a condom. He said, "How cute, you're so careful." And I just laughed it off and said, "I don't know you, and you don't know me." Anyways, after that, he went home. During the week, I was scrolling through Facebook on my lunch break, and he came up as a suggested friend, probably because his number is in my phone. I clicked on his profile, and he's in a relationship. He's been with this girl since 2017, and she posted about him a lot. She looks to be very much in love with him. I know he's probably sleeping with other women aside from me. He was so swift in the way he came in, got me a drink, kissed me, and got my number that I feel he's done it plenty of times before. I'm shocked that he didn't intend on using a condom. I don't have an STD, but he doesn't know that, and he was just willing to risk giving an STD to his girlfriend. Maybe he has already. I'm also not on any birth control pills, so his willingness to take the risk was surprising. I was so torn about what to do in this scenario. I considered making a burner Facebook account and messaging her, or not getting involved at all, or ask him what's going on. I didn't decide on a solution. And then this weekend just passed. He messaged me again on Saturday night asking me to come out with him. I left him on red. Should I message her? Do I do it from a fake account? Okay. One thing is for certain in regards to your situation. Anyways, you're the third party in this situation. In regards to should I tell her, should I not tell her, that is 100% up to you. I should not be the one to give you that. You do what you believe is the right thing to do. And what you believe is right is going to be the right thing. That's going to be a gut decision that I cannot make for you in regards to this situation. Next thing, he said he didn't want to wear a condom. Now, good on you for forcing him to wear one. I don't get guys who want to raw dog a stranger. So, because to me, like I've gone over this before, I'm going to go over it again for anyone new here. The rules on birth control in regards to a partner. One night stands, hookup type situation, that's condom. You don't know each other very well. You don't know if either one of you has something. You might not know it very well at all. That's just who it is. And especially in this guy's situation, he's cheating. You don't want to give his partner an STD. That's just the situation. So when hookups, one night stands, you got to wear a condom. It's not fun for the men out there. I know. But anyways, there. A more friends with benefits, serious type of relationship situation. I think the woman should be getting some sort of IUD, some form of birth control pill, something like that. Because if you're just going to have sex with one person over and over again, they don't have an STD, so he should be able to raw dog it, and it feels better for both parties. And then that way you don't have to worry about unwanted pregnancies, because that has to be the worst.
That's rough, buddy.
And then eventually, if you're married, serious relationship, even, friends with benefits, situation. If you're wanting to have a kid, then you just do nothing. You just raw dog it, do nothing. That's what you do when you want a kid. Now, if you're in a serious marriage, serious relationship, you're done having kids, I believe that the man should get the vasectomy because she had to do the birth control shit for so long, and now it's your turn to be shooting blanks in her and then maybe other people too. If you're like this guy, you'll probably cheat too. So that's the rule here. So his willingness I do think he's not a very stand-up guy, that he would not wear a condom. You only not be like, I don't want to wear a condom with people you're very serious with. Don't be letting ladies, don't let guys raw dog you. Don't let people you don't know very well raw dog you. Okay? That's how I see it. That's how, let's see. So the final thing I want to go into in regards to this would be into the social media Facebook page that you saw of him, about him being in a relationship to 2017, and they post a lot about how much they're in love with each other. So I'm a big believer in people who post about their relationship way too much on Facebook or Instagram and shit like that are not in a good relationship. The relationship is struggling and it's not very good. My parents do not post a lot. They only post randomly if they go on vacation. They post a photo together. That's like my parents. That's what my parents post. That's like all they post of their relationship. Maybe if it's like an anniversary, you post something like that. The anniversary, you post that. Like, my parents don't do much. They also probably don't know how to use Facebook very well. So that's probably another great thing. And that's why I'm very happy they don't overshare their lives on the internet. And then my friend, basically all my friends are married, and they do not post about their marriage ever, except for the appropriate times to do so. So that's also very great of them. I'm very happy. That's how I know. That's a red flag if I notice. If they keep over posting, I'm like, is everything all right between you two? That's when daddy gets involved. And then but then they overshare. It's like, yeah. So I think the relationship might already be struggling in regards to that. If they're over posting about their relationship and she looks very much in love with him, I think she's trying to save the relationship. So she might know he's cheating on her, but also, like I say, you haven't talked to her. You don't know the situation. So I want to recap my answers. I think there's 3 answers to this. The condom situation, that's shame on him. That's very bad. You're like, I don't know you. Put this fucking shit on. It's not fun, but we don't know each other. Let's have fun and let's have slightly less fun than we could be. And then the idea of should you confront the girlfriend? That is your gut reaction. That's up to you. If your gut tells you to, then you do it. In regards to the relationship, it's probably not working out very well, FYI. Because one, if he's cheating, and then again, if he's like doing other shit, like you know what's going on. So that's the way it is.
That's rough, buddy.
Okay. Next one. We got a couple more. I can't eat in front of my new girlfriend. I know this is weird. Basically, I used to be fat and I gained a lot of weight in my last relationship.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
My ex-girlfriend would understandably nitpick everything I ate and hated that I was getting fat. She was physically repulsed by my body and would comment negatively every time I ate. This hurt me a lot. I also had the same problem as a kid. My dad is a fitness freak, and when I was young, he would get very angry that I was a chubby kid and would put me on diets and say being fat was disgusting and I would never get a girlfriend. In my early teen years, I ended up losing weight but becoming bulimic for a while. Luckily grew out of that at around 15 and was okay eating in front of people for a while until my last relationship. After breaking up with my ex, I lost the weight last year and I no longer get judging looks from family or friends when I eat, especially because I never eat junk food anymore. I now look like a fit, kind of attractive guy, but I don't feel any different. I know it's pathetic, but I can't eat in restaurants or with most people because I feel like I'm being watched and judged. I have been seeing a new girl for a month, and she realized yesterday that she has never seen me eat. I didn't want to explain why, because I think it's a bit pathetic and would probably turn her off. I just told her about my weight loss, and I said I preferred eating prepared meals, which is kind of true. She had expressed wanting to cook for me and eat together at the same point, and I don't know what to do. I have a very restricted diet, and I don't want her to comment on or judge me. I don't eat dairy, meat, most breads, and simple carbs. What the hell do you eat then? Anything highly processed, sugary drinks, cakes, sweets, like the meat and dairy is all I eat. I've also never taken my shirt off around her because of my loose skin and pouch of fat I have left. I'll be okay taking my shirt off once I lose 5 to 10 pounds of fat and have surgery, but otherwise it feels very uncomfortable. I think this stems from my dad pulling up my shirt and poking my belly to embarrass me. And it got worse because my ex-girlfriend didn't want to see me without a shirt. Is any of this a turn on for girls? Is it off-putting for a guy to be insecure? I'm not sure if I should tell her any of this. I also think this could make the issue worse because she would pay even more attention to what I eat. So we got a situation here. Sounds like someone has I don't know if this is an eating disorder, but it sounds like you have an issue with food. And looks like this is like a therapist level problem that you need to talk to a therapist about because one, you have issues with your dad about it, and it made you have to lose weight, and now you're like super scared about what you eat and how people look at you and stuff like that. And then also your ex-girlfriend who said you were getting fat, and then you lost the weight, and guess what? You showed that she is a fucking bitch.
And I really like that.
Basically, you may need to see a therapist talk about these food issues, or try to figure that shit out on your own. You basically just have food issues. Once you find out the problem, sometimes you can fix it yourself. Sometimes you need a therapist. Just kind of figure out what's going on and how to move forward with everything. In regards to the new girlfriend, what I can say is that if she is a ride or die, which is an EP by me, and Volume 2 is coming out on June 18th, 2021, what I can say is if she's a real ride or die, some of this stuff won't be that big of a deal for her. She'll probably be annoyed if you keep acting like a little bitch about it, but the loose skin, like, she'll eventually... Women are a little bit more accepting of men's looks than... men are about women. Women are more about personality and shit like that. That's what I'll say on that. So, in regards, if she's a good one, she will not care about that stuff. But if you want the relationship to continue, you're going to have to eat in front of each other. That's one thing. In regards to like in a restaurant and stuff like that, and you think people are going to judge you, what you need to do is what my famous trademark is the voice in your head that says everyone's watching you and judging you. You have to develop a second voice inside your head that tells that voice to shut the fuck up. So you got to figure that out. So start just not caring what other people think about you is a great thing. Just for life in general, just stop caring what people think about you. Like, it sounds like your dad didn't like you because you were chubby, and you know what? Just you can't change people. You can change people's mind, but it doesn't sound like you're going to change his mind. You should stop trying to change his mind because you're not going to. And you're like, wow, son, you need to lose weight. I'm like, yeah, I guess I do need to lose weight. I guess you're right. It's like, who am I trying to impress? Am I trying to impress you? I don't give a fuck about what you think. It's just like shit like that. You know, it's like the age-old vaccine debate. It's like, you're not getting the vaccine? Okay, then die. Like, you know what? Okay. It's like, I'm not proud of you because you're fat. It's like, well, that's your problem. That's not mine. It's like, if you don't want to be proud of me, that's fine. If you want to tell your friends that, it's gonna make you sound like a shitty person. You know, that's his problem. Stop trying to impress your dad. You're not impressing your ex-girlfriend anymore. Current girl sounds nice, and you should. I don't know about impressing her. I don't think impressing her is the correct word, but feeling comfortable around her, I guess, would be the correct term. You just feel comfortable around her and let her know that you feel comfortable around her, because she does not sound like a piece of shit. So, yeah, I'll say that here. Let's go to our final question of the evening. This one made me laugh, and it is making me laugh a lot. I walked in on my boyfriend's best friend naked in his bed. I decided to give my boyfriend a surprise visit today. He's at work and won't be home for another 2 hours at the time I'm writing this. I have my own key to his place, so I let myself in and went to his bedroom to wait for him to come home. Needless to say, I wasn't expecting to see a full moon this afternoon. There he was, chilling on his phone in his birthday suit on my boyfriend's bed. He was quite flustered to see me walk in, sputtered some nonsense like, "It was just a joke. I swear it's not what it looks like," then promptly got dressed and left. Honestly, my head was spinning at this point, and I didn't really listen to him. I think the only thing I said was, "What the fuck?" Let it be known that my boyfriend is bi, and his friend is gay. They were friends with benefits before we started dating, but my boyfriend assured me that there was no sexual or romantic feelings between them anymore, and that it was just a few drunk hookups, and that he claims to not have even enjoyed all that much. Being bi myself and having similar relationships with friends in the past, I didn't feel too threatened by it. Also, they regularly go to a nude beach together every summer. I was uncomfortable with this at first, but again, my boyfriend assured me that nothing would happen. They even went to an LGBT-friendly nude campground for a week once. I'm only mentioning this part because I know they hang out naked without it being inherently sexual. We have been together almost 3 years now, and I genuinely believed that he was a loyal man. His family loves me, and many of them have threatened him to never harm me in any way or else. Now, I just don't know, is this a red flag, or am I just overthinking things? My head is spinning, and I definitely don't feel like I'm at my most rational mindset. I can't believe I'm speechless again.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Lady, I'm about to tell you the worst. This dude's fucking cheating on you. I shouldn't be laughing, but I am. They go to nude beaches together. What? Also, I have to imagine. There's a weird thing I've noticed. Because when you think of people who are comfortable being nude and are like nudists, you think, though, like, oh, you must be really good looking and must be very comfortable with your body. Now, being very comfortable with the body is definitely 100% true. However, the good looking is not true. You notice it's like a Speedo. You notice the people who wear a Speedo are people who don't look good in Speedos. That's just who Speedo makes Speedos for. And yeah, this guy is cheating on you. They go on vacations together. They go to nude beaches and nude camps together. These dudes, they're fucking each other. And I don't know where your next move is. You gotta discuss things like adults about what you want to do, why he's cheating on you, is how long this has been going on.
That's rough, buddy.
So things are gonna suck for you, but when he touches him, he's cheating on you. He's cheating on you, and I'm sorry, and I'm so sorry. I cannot sleep, I cannot dream tonight. I need somebody in all ways. He's cheating on you. Yeah, because first of all, so from what it sounds like, you showed up 2 hours before we got home. I think that means he stayed the night and is in the bed and has not put his clothes on yet. Yeah. All signs point to cheating in this situation. I would say it was initially I would say it's a joke. Like, I would just be in Micah's bed naked till he comes home, surprise! And then Micah's like, ooh.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
And Micah would be very upset about that. So he's cheating on you. Get that. Just figure it out. You got to figure out what to do from there. He's cheating on you. Well, hey there, Schwokelord. You just finished a full clip from the show. I hope you liked it, and I hope your brain cells don't hurt. If you want to check out more, we got more links here. We got full episodes, more clips, and the best of everything. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe, and like this video if you enjoyed it.